Steve and Sophie, the events of this weekend's shooting in Orlando have been felt across the world. This spot on Lake Road was washed out after the storm. There are about 2,600 employees covered under the steelworkers contract with Cliffs Natural Resources. Dispatchers sent out rescue units here to the corner of Avenue C and 3rd Street, where they found this building engulfed in flames. Steve, Upper Peninsula residents are used to shoveling. It's a way of life here, but other areas, they've put them away for spring. Here, ours have been busy clearing nearly 7 to 20 inches of snow from this weekend. You guys, we're going to actually show you them right now. 300 bikes are taking off as we speak. While gas may be getting cheaper for both you and I, it's not the same for everyone. It was silent and still as many sat waiting eagerly to hear the jury's verdict. The defendant sat with his eyes closed and hands clenched. Behind me is part of the combat fitness test performed by every Marine and recruit annually.
If you want to be my taste tester.
Okay, I think I'm ready for this job.
So you can eat
they are
it.
cold. Holy cow.
And just don't let it sit on your tongue. Chew and smoke out just like a dragon.
Both locations did say they will operate as normal until that moving day.
So it'll be $3, please.
All right.
Thank you.
For every dollar you spend locally, nearly 50 to 75% of it goes back into the local community. We're getting ready to release the bird that they found shot 2 months ago near St. Peter Cathedral. Now this bird is the father of a family, and they are getting ready to let him fly free here. And they're hoping that he'll meet back with his family. They do say it's a wild bird, so we got our photographer kind of on his toes, making sure he can capture this moment for you guys. I'm standing next to a scale, and on this scale are cans of all kinds of different food, and this is exactly the amount of cans that I weigh. Now we're not going to take a look at how much that is, but as you can see throughout this room, there are cans just covering the shelves and the tables.
And this is home.
Art DeCook married into the Decker family, but his wife's older brother, Bud, wasn't always keen of him. To build their relationship, they went hunting.
We spent 2 years down in the Mankato, Oscoda area, and then he almost shot me, so I figured we needed more space. So we came up here the first year the bridge opened.
This year marks the 61st year they've hunted together and 59 years here in the UP. At 85 and 81 years old, they still trek through the mud and elements to their blinds from sunrise to sunset in hopes of finding the perfect buck.
Oh, I don't know that there's any tricks to the trade. It's just patience. That's all there is to it. You must have patience, and they'll come about.
Art and Bud's hunting operation has grown into a family affair. They now bring their sons and grandsons. This year they have a grand total of 11. Whether in the blinds, eating, or just playing cards, the memories at camp will last forever.
We just enjoy one another's company, play cards, eat well, and just have a good time. That's all there is to it.
I don't care if I ever get a deer anymore, but anyway, the camaraderie of the family and everything, it's really nice.
The tradition won't stop with them. Bud's sons have invested in camp and plan to continue the family hunt. They say they never stop learning from the best friend, brother-in-law duo.
What they have taught us is that we want to come here. Deer or no deer, it's so much fun, and we can only hope to have the friendship, and we do, that they've had for all those years. And we hope that we can do it for 61 years.
Although they haven't gotten a deer yet, they have faith that they'll be successful as the week continues. Blair Caldwell, TV6 News, Rock.
TV6's Blair Caldwell was there when they got off the bus and met their first drill instructor.
Get off my bus! Aye, sir!
From the moment their shoe hits the pavement at MCRD, their lives change.
Kind of break them loose, and this is where they realize that things aren't going to be what they thought they were.
You have just taken the first step in becoming a member of the world's finest fighting force.
These yellow footprints are where recruits get their first taste of what it takes to become one of the world's finest.
Yellow footprints is significant in the fact that it's the first place, it's the first step in becoming a Marine, and many Marines before them have used the footprints as their first portion in guiding them through recruit training and ultimately become a United States Marine.
Then recruits must orderly and quickly make their way to the contraband room.
You will completely empty the contents of those items into my red bin,
where they will keep what they need and get rid of the rest. Then they'll make one last phone call.
The next time I contact you will be by postal mail.
But must read from a script.
I love you, goodbye.
And nothing else. After some paperwork, they head for haircuts. Learning it's not about the individual anymore. They then get their uniform and supplies for boot camp, but won't sleep for the next 24 hours.
It's a little scary. It's chaotic.
you really don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're going to do next. You don't know where you're going to go next.
Yeah, they were scared at first, but through training and through guidance, they realized, like, you know, as drill instructors, we're here to help them. We're here to help them achieve their goal of becoming a United States Marine.
Drill instructors won't deny that they are tough on the recruits, but it's for a purpose.
Hi, sir!
We're prepping them to fight our nation's battles, so they need to be introduced to, you know, a harsh environment, because when they leave home and they go overseas, it's going to be rough, you know.
They're just making sure you are ready for anything that happens and any situation that may occur. I definitely feel that spiritually, emotionally, and physically, I'm on the top of my game, and I feel like no one can take that away from me.
Ultimately, receiving night is designed to make tough and stable Marines.
This phase and then all the way at the end, when that final product goes across the parade deck, I think that's the most enjoying part. Getting to see how their families react when they see them, you know, kind of that makes everything worth it.
Blair, Caldwell, TV6 News, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California.
Maximum effort!
Right away, I think to myself, what am I going to tell those 21 recruits the next day? It was difficult. And then I think about, obviously, my friends, my family in law enforcement. I think about the officers' families and the officers down there, and it is tough. I'm far away, but I still take it. I feel it in my heart. So.
The recruits showed up today to close out their 10th week of training at the Regional Police Academy. While they're affected by the events, they're letting it inspire them rather than instill fear.
I mean, initially, you know, you feel kind of angry, you know, because you don't have all the details, you don't have all the facts, and you know that that stuff's going to come out eventually. But I think it really brings everybody in the academy a little bit closer because the reality of it is seen.
During their 16 weeks, they're trained on everything from the law to procedures, first aid, and how to handle crisis situations, whether through bookwork or training scenarios. At the academy, they not only discuss these situations, but use them as training tools.
We spell it out. You know, this is what you're facing in a career in law enforcement. This is what you need to be aware of. This is the best way to prepare for it. And we really try to turn out, I say a good product, but what I mean is a good officer and a good person.
Instructors say training has changed over the years as they focus on split-second decision-making, survival tactics, and communication. For the cadets, they feel prepared and ready to take on the future, no matter the cost.
I want to be that person that is there and ready to protect. And the people that have fallen, I know they did it for their families and just to keep the community safe. So that's something that really hits me at the heart.